Welcome, everyone. Today we reflect on Proverbs 8:22-31, a passage where wisdom speaks with remarkable clarity about God's creation and divine plan. It begins with these profound words: "The Lord possessed me at the beginning of his work, the first of his acts of old." Proverbs 8:22. Right away, we see that wisdom is not something that emerged later or by chance. Wisdom existed before creation, intimately involved in God's eternal plan. In Hebrew thought, chokmah, or wisdom, is the guiding principle by which God orders all things, the source of harmony and purpose in creation. Verse 23 continues, "From of old I was established, from the beginning, before the world began." This emphasizes that wisdom is eternal, appointed before time itself, a foundation of all that exists. In Christian understanding, this is echoed in John 1:1, which says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God." Here, wisdom in Proverbs points forward to Christ, the eternal Logos, through whom all things are made. CCC 2789-293. Verses 24-26 remind us that God established wisdom before his works, and that wisdom was present before the heavens, before the earth, before the seas, and before all springs of water. This is not poetic exaggeration. It expresses that God's creation is structured through divine wisdom, not random chance. The Catechism affirms that all creation comes from the Father through the Son, the eternal Word, who is the perfect expression of divine wisdom. CCC 293. In verses 27-30, wisdom describes being beside God during creation. "Then I was beside him, like a master workman, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him always, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and delighting in the children of man." Proverbs 8:30-31. Creation is therefore intentional, beautiful, and joyful. God's work is not merely functional, it is relational. Humanity, created in God's image, is the object of wisdom's delight. The CCC teaches that God created humans for communion with him, that we might know and love him freely. CCC 27-293. Finally, this passage invites us to embrace wisdom in our own lives. Proverbs 8 calls us to seek God's wisdom, which is accessible and alive. In the fullness of time, Christians recognize that Christ himself is this wisdom incarnate, the power of God and the wisdom of God. 1 Corinthians 1 verse 24, revealing the eternal plan and love of the Father. In essence, Proverbs 8:22-31 presents a vision of creation where wisdom, God's eternal principle, precedes all things, participates in creation, delights in humanity, and ultimately points to Christ, the living wisdom of God. Through him, we can encounter the beauty, order, and joy of God's eternal plan.